Hi, welcome back to my channel. So in this video we will talk about the regulation of respiration. Now for regulation of respiration, you should know basically we have around basically we are going to talk about the neural regulation. All right, so neural regulation. So we have two types of regulation. One is the voluntary and one is the autonomic. So voluntary, as the name suggests, that like for singing, blowing and so on. So the control center is in the cerebral cortex and via corticospinal tracts. All right, now we will talk about the autonomic ones, in which we have pons and medulla centers, which enable smooth and unconscious respiration. So first of all, you should know that this is our pons and this is our medulla. Okay, now this is our fourth ventricle. Now you should know that this is the pneumotaxic center. Then we have the apneumistic center. Then we have the ventral respiratory group. All right. Then we have the dorsal respiratory group, and these are the motor pathways. These. All right. Now let's just label them so that we don't lose sight of what we are talking. All right, and we need orange. So first let me tell you about the pneumotaxic center. So in pneumotaxic center, you should know that the pneumotaxic center, it is lying in the upper part of the pons, right? As you can see in the diagram, upper part of pons. Now pneumotaxic center basically limits the inspiration. So it basically switches off the inspiratory ramp. All right, then it is responsible for the depth of insertion. All right, now let's talk about the apneuistic center. So apneuistic center, as you can see that in the photograph, that it is related to the lower part of the pons. So lower part of the pons. So lower part of pons. Then this regulates basically this regulates the apneuistic center. So it basically excites the dorsal respiratory group, and it causes a prolonged inspiratory drive. All right, then coming on to the ventral group. Now in ventral group, you should know that the ventral group, it has two functions. One is that it controls the forced expiration plus some amount of inspiration. Now forced expiration, usually expiration is a passive process, but when it is forced, then E neurons are activated, and it is the muscles that are involved is internal intercostal muscle and abdominal muscle. All right, now in this also VRG, you further divide it into two parts. One is the rostral VRG and then is the ventral VRG. Now the rostral VRG is basically responsible for the inspiratory neurons. Okay, inspiratory neurons, and they're also called as eye neurons. So they supply the accessory muscles of inspiration. Now you should know the accessory muscles of inspiration, which is nothing but sternocleidomastoid and serratus anterior, okay, and scalenus. And in ventral, now this is where we have the E neurons and the muscles of this part. All right, then coming on to the dorsal respiratory ganglion. Now in dorsal respiratory ganglion, you should know that this basically is concerned with the control of inspiration. So it controls inspiration. Now you should know the muscles of inspiration, which is nothing but external intercostal muscle, and we have internal external intercostal muscle and diaphragm. Yeah. All right, then all of this is done, then you have something which is the pre-Potzinger complex. Now this pre-Potzinger complex is responsible for our, basically this is called as the pacemaker of respiration, and it is located in the ventrolateral medulla. It controls the respiratory rhythm. All right, then you need to know about the lesions, so I'll enlist them here. Lesions, same. If you have a transaction, first situation, above pons. Second situation is mid-pontine. Then third situation is pontomedullary junction. If fourth is below medulla, and if you have something called as bilateral vagotomy with any brain lesion. So let's just talk about it. So if it is above pons, see, if it is above, this is our pons, and if it is above pons, obviously there will be no effect. Sorry, yeah, I will write it here, no effect. Now mid-pontine, obviously you will have an effect. See, if it is between the upper and lower pons, so obviously there is going to be damage. See, this is our pons, so pneumotaxic apneustic, you have here the transaction, so this is affected. So this was our pneumotaxic center. Okay, so sorry, pneumotaxic center is damaged. So in this, what will happen is we will have deep and slow inspiration. All right, we can also have apneusis. Okay, then pontomedullary junction. Now in pontomedullary junction, there is basically going to be irregular respiration with gasping. Okay, so if you see here, right, then coming on to below the medulla. Now below medulla, respiration is stopped completely. Now like everything is only damaged, so how will respiration occur here? So this is not working, this is not working, so obviously damaged. All right, then bilateral vagotomy. Here you should just know that the breathing will be deep and it will be slow. So this is about the neural regulation of the respiration. If you like the video, do subscribe to my channel, and thanks for watching.